If I offered you two mortgage quotes today, would you automatically choose the one with the lower interest rate? Most people would. Now, that doesn't always mean it's the best mortgage. So I think one of the biggest mistakes that homeowners make is comparing one number, which is the interest rate. But should they? A mortgage is more than an interest rate. Okay. It's a loan amount. It is closing cost. It's credits, lender credits. It is monthly payment, long-term cost. So there are a bunch of pieces when it comes to the mortgage. And interest rate, just looking at that solely, sometimes isn't the most beneficial for you. So one number I always look at is the loan amount. Okay. Is it higher than expected? If it is, my next question is why? Ask questions instead of assuming. So if the loan amount is higher, ask your lender to explain why. It might be due to the finance closing cost. It might be due to the prepaid items, escrow funding, or other financed amounts. The important thing to understand is the reason. Look at your loan estimate. Have your lender walk you through that. That document has a lot of really good information. I feel like it's very underutilized. I have another video explaining in details what the loan estimate is. I highly recommend that if you are really confused when it comes down to it. So ask questions instead of assuming. Um, the important thing is to understand the reasoning behind these numbers. Okay. I was talking her through an offer, an opportunity, and they were comparing multiple refinance opportunities. One looked less expensive at first glance, but one of the first things that I noticed was the loan amount was higher. And that led me to ask more questions. Lesson was that comparing these mortgage estimates and looking at the entire picture. So this is an important piece because on paper, numbers can look different, figures can look a lot different, and cash back can look different, just everything. You want to always do an apples to apples comparison if you are comparing multiple lenders, multiple opportunities, and looking at these numbers very thoroughly. And the loan amount does matter because in the end, you are financing that loan amount. And if you're comfortable with it, that's okay. Okay. Some really great questions to ask is why is the loan amount this amount? Are the closing costs being financed? What are my lender credits? So, just kind of backtrack on the closing costs being financed. I have clients that like to pay for their closing cost out of their pocket, and that's okay too. You can always do that if it makes more sense in your mind and within your finances. We all do things a little bit differently at the end of the day. We're all on different timelines, different goals, and I say this all the time. So look and see, man, ask your lender too. Can I prepay these or can I pay these at the closing? And most time they will be very open to that. You'll just bring some money to the closing. That's all. We'll definitely kind of compare apples to apples, look at that loan amount. Okay. What is my break even? So break even, super simple. Look at your cost and then look at your monthly savings. Okay. I have a calculator on that and I break that down here in other webinars. So, what are my total costs? So, looking at your total costs in the end, making sure those numbers are pretty accurate, you can look through. So, understand and ask questions. Ask questions multiple times if you need to, because this stuff is very confusing. Okay? Rate is only one piece. So do not shop mortgages by just one number. Look at the whole picture. Shop them by understanding the whole picture. Look at rate, look at cost, look at loan amount, credits, look at your payments. Make sure everything on there is super accurate. Look at your goals. Take a glance back, take a step back and look, okay, maybe I don't need this. Maybe I do need this. It just, everybody's on different timelines right now. So, it just depends. Loans work like a puzzle. There's multiple factors that go into it. And yeah, what may make sense to somebody might not make sense to another person. Okay. Loan estimate. Your loan estimate can help you to compare those multiple offers. And before closing, you should receive a closing disclosure showing the final terms and cost. And if something doesn't make sense, ask questions. I actually love when people ask me questions because I can explain it, what's what, and that is good for me to know because I know that you're becoming knowledgeable when it comes to the mortgage and these different facets of the mortgage because there's a lot of things. Okay. Knowledge creates options. So I conduct these weekly webinars, homeowner workshops every week on different topics so that way you can become more informed as a homeowner, at least 10% smarter. It's my goal. 10% smarter than you were before in understanding equity, understanding all these major concepts that aren't always broken down to us. Look around, see exactly what's going to suit you. But other than that, it's a really quick one today. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day here, and we'll see you next week on the next webinar. Bye.